CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products, such as our can-can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American-made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to stand.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Hope your son is feeling better today. Hey, Marianne, how are you? Mike, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Staying warm, I hope. Okie Fish, how are you? Alan, Lori, good to see you. Gary, good morning. Chezzy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Mine is yours. Hello. How is everybody? Hey, Tom. Daniel, good morning. Is everybody staying warm, nice and warm in Vegas? Yes. Hey, Lori. And obviously what happens in Vegas stays there, Marianne, because the rest of the country is freezing. Hey, Don, good to see you. Cold. Hey, sorry, I've been sick and in the ER. Chezzy, I hope you're getting better. Obviously, you're not in the ER, so that's good. Temperature is... Oh, okay, Robin. We've got to get that down today. 23 in Maryland. Well, that's pretty warm. Miss Andrew. Vaughn 1, how are you? I have another abscess in my... Oh, no, Chezzy. Everybody pray for Chezzy that she is healed completely, and also pray for Robin's son that he is healed completely as well. Hey, Nick, good morning. Now, as you're coming in, I'm going to go ahead and read to you Psalm 67. God be merciful to us and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all the peoples praise you. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For you shall judge the people righteously and govern the nations on earth. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all the peoples praise you. Then the earth shall yield her increase. God, our own God, shall bless us. God shall bless us. And all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Amen. Hey, Teresa, good morning. Who else came in that I may not have seen? Hey, Joseph. Hey, Trey, good to see you. Nick has put everybody on his prayer list. Hey, Barbara, good morning. Robin's son still has a temperature of 101.4, so we still need to pray for her and for Chezzy as well, who is recovering, but not as good as she could be out of ER and surgery that she had. Amen, amen. Okay, so besides freezing, how is everybody on this Wednesday? We have, Don said God has blessed us with Trump, MAGA. Yep, absolutely. Thanks to the prayers, you're welcome. Wonderful, good, good. Well, we have some good news coming out, of course. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ open at record highs again today. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Thank you for the super hearts. I didn't see who gave that to me. Hey, Marlene, please keep praying for a bad situation. Continue with administration in Christian schools. Rhonda wants prayers as well for her situation. If you could pray for her. Thank you for the prayers, everyone, Robin said. Hallelujah. Absolutely. I know. Can you believe it? We just keep in, hey, Cully, it just keeps doing so well, the NASDAQ and the Dow. And I mean, it's just crazy. And again, crickets coming from the mainstream media. The only thing that they can talk about is the same old stuff. It's starting all over again. We've died down a little bit. Yes, go 401k and IRA. Yeah, IRA. Yeah, we've died down a little bit again about Russia. So now we're back to, Trump is demented. Lack of trust dealing with admin at hubby's job in Christian school. Okay. Nice show yesterday with Bill and Susan. Thank you, Bob. If you didn't get to see that God's views on political news, It's on my website at susanknowles.com. I'm going to try to put it up today on Periscope. It's kind of difficult to do that. It takes like an hour of time and everything else to get it up there, but I'll try to get that up there today. Talk going around, Trump sent military troops to Gitmo. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Tom. I'm not sure that's accurate, but you know, people believe that, so that is the rumor going around about Gitmo. Liberal meltdown is real and fun to watch. It is real, Cully, and it's getting more and more so each and every day. They don't know what to do. I mean, they're running out of ideas, and they're running out of things to talk about, and they're running out of things to accuse him of the president of. Hey, Mark, good to see you. So they don't know what to do. Is everybody getting... I see some people getting kicked out and trying to come back on, so I don't know if Periscope is kicking people out and having to come back on. Press briefing was a joke yesterday, as always, Marianne. I mean, they only have one thing in their minds, and that's all they want to do. Talk down about the president, ask the same question over and over, not try to find out any information. Oh, good, Daniel. Yours is good. I love the fact that, yeah, I don't think so, Ralph. I love the fact that President Trump is going to come out on Monday, and he is going to be talking about the worst media. I think that's great. Cold high wind just picked up. Got to bring in the horses. Oh, okay, Shauna. Asking about his golfing, of course. You know, and for me, I don't care how many days of the week he plays golf, because when he plays golf, he still wins. If he's losing and doesn't do anything like Obama, then I have a problem with him playing golf. Good morning. Something's going on with Julian Assange. What is that, Darlene? Hey, Nick. Yeah, MSM has gotten so bad that CNN anchors smoke pot live on TV. That smoking pot on TV, I saw that. That was amazing. No, they never asked about golfing at all, ever. It was just, you know, again, crickets. Did everybody see that New Year's Eve with them smoking pot on the bus and with the bongs and the gas mask with the bong hooked up to it? And this is what CNN reveled in. I know we kind of talked a little bit about it yesterday. I watched the clip on Hannity last night. My gosh, how embarrassing. Yeah, I have no problem with him golfing. Shauna said it's the most stressful job. I don't have any problem as long as he, you know, is doing work and he's getting things done, and he is. Trump can talk freely on the golf course. Exactly. Yeah, I just think that, you know, it's absolutely insane. Obama was on SNL. Everyone loved it. Trump plays golf and people scream. And like I said, most of the time that Trump is, he owns the golf course that he's playing on. He played golf with the Coast Guard guys. Yep, he did, Big Ralph. And what a great thing to do. And they didn't even talk about that and how wonderful that was. They were trying to appeal to the left by smoking pot. Yes, Tom. And as people in California, because they knew January 1, recreational pot became legal in California. Yes, plus he isn't taking a salary. Exactly, Okie. For me, he can go do whatever he wants. He's winning more than any president we've ever had. As stressful as his job is, he needs to go play golf, Daniel said. Yes. And still at 71, he can run circles around the 20-year-olds. Seriously. I don't know how the guy does it. Hey, Danielle. Welcome to my pot state. I know, Marianne. I can only imagine what it's gonna happen here with the drivers. And I mean, they're still tweeting, you know, and texting as they're driving, which is illegal here. You imagine mixing that with pot and doing that at the same time? More big deals are made in golf courses and boardrooms. That's true. He's got great genes. He sure does. Trump can golf his age. Yeah, I know. He gets presidential physical this year. Yep, they're all waiting for that. Yes, if his only accomplishment was a birdie and a bad nuke deal, it would be a bad, bad thing. Exactly. I won't vacation in California anymore. Yeah. And Rhonda, you know, it's too bad because it's beautiful here. I mean, it really is beautiful. The weather, the best in the country, except maybe Hawaii. I don't know. Hey, Lee, how are you? But, I mean, it is bad. And I don't know how many people are going to be smoking the recreational pot. I know I won't be one of them, so I don't know. I don't know if I didn't see people running out and standing in line, or nothing was on the news. Why does the left complain about Trump taking vacations? Because they want to complain. If the liberal left pushes legal pot, they will win. Yep. Please stop Susan with the weather. I know, Teresa. You have a person's undivided attention for 4 hours playing golf, much gets done. Absolutely. It's a beautiful state. Governor Moonbeam is a joke, for sure. Nobody griped when Clinton jogged down every morning and he went to Mickey D's also. Mike Tyson broke ground in California on a pot plantation. Oh, my gosh. Why not? Yeah. Why don't you stop being a troll? Legal or not, they can't smoke around me. Legalize alcohol. I think it is legalized for people over 21. Hope the crime rate doesn't increase in California. Well, you know, Daniel, it's going to. Got to have money somehow to buy pot, right? So those people who don't have pot and want it, they're going to have to get the money someplace if they're not working. Yeah, Jerry Brown. I don't know if you saw my article at SusanKnowles.com today, but I wrote an article about Jerry Brown. At the January 1st, he made, hey, Jerry, California a sanctuary city. And after he made it a sanctuary city, which means, hey, Susie, thank you for the super hearts, that you won't be allowed, the police won't be allowed to help the federal government get those people that are here criminal and illegally. So Jerry Brown did that. Can you buy pot with an EBT card? I have no idea, Big Ralph. So Jerry wanted to, to skirt around federal immigration law. And I said, Tom Homan said, my new hero, California, you better watch out because we're going to put even more ICE in your neighborhood. I'm like, bring it on. Thank you. And for me, and what I said in my article, thank you for the super hearts, Barbara. I looked for the silver lining, and I found it. More ICE officers, come on down. Put out the welcome mat. Just, yes. Love it. Poor Jerry. He's probably sitting there going, wait. That wasn't supposed to happen. We have a jerry-rigged, gerrymandered, Jerry Brown state. His father, Pat Brown, is rolling over in his grave. Probably, Nick. And thank God this is the last term that Jerry can be a governor in California. Ice, baby. You asked for it. You didn't ask for this, but boy, you got it. I love it. You're going to have to beef up the South Coast or the Coast Guard in Southern California. Probably. He said that if Brown thinks he is protecting the community, he's doing quite the opposite, and he is. He's putting not only the citizens of California in harm's way, but the police as well. And he said there's no sanctuary from law enforcement. This is Tom Homan. California better hold on tight. They're about to see a lot more deportation officers. If politicians don't protect their communities, then ICE will. Yes. Make California great again, one step at a time. Love it. And he was saying that he believes, and I agree with him, just as we've said about other things. I'm so happy for California. Thank you, Jesus, for answering prayers. No kidding, Susie. He thinks he violated Section 8 U.S. Code, Section 1324, relating to harboring certain aliens. And he wants the DOJ to move ahead and start arresting, and charging mayors and governors for sanctuary city violations. Thank you, Robin. Robin said she read my article and shared it on Gab. And I love, no problem, Chezzy. I love how last night Hannity was saying that CNN now is the Cannabis News Network, Cannabis Fake News Network. I love that. Thanks, Don, for reminding me. Yeah, I think it's great. Could have been better news for California. In fact, go ahead and do something stupid again, Jerry, and maybe the federal government will move in more. I don't like big government. I'm not a big government person. I don't like when the federal government gets involved. However, in this situation, because Jerry is not taking care and protecting the citizens of California, the federal government has no choice. When you have a governor who is violating, in my opinion, immigration laws or potentially violating them, then you know what? Federal government's got to step up. Federal government, DOJ, you need to sue California out of existence if you have to. You need to go out and get the law going and arrest these people for breaking the law. He's endangering the safety of everybody. Yes. And he doesn't care. Look what happened to Sheriff Joe. I know. He's acting on behalf of the New World Order. Federal government must arrest Jerry Brown. I think so, Doc. Get him for the violation of federal law. Get him out. I'm not your mommy, but whatever. She's probably cleaning the basement down there where you left it a mess. Anyway, so I think that, again, that's really good news. Nothing that Jerry expected. I'm praying for California. Thank you, Danielle. Bye, Felicia. I know. Oh. So anyway, great news, great news. And if you get a chance, please read that article. If you will, share it so people know. It's at SusanKnowles.com. It's the first article there. Can't miss it. It's also on Medium.com. My articles go there every day as well. Hey, Debbie. All right. So, as we know, the protests continue to happen in Iran. Been waiting for Linda Salsour. I've been waiting for all the pink cats, and I've been waiting for all the pink genitalia, those women, to go over there and stand with their sisters. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Wanting to know, where are you? Why aren't you standing with your sisters over there in Iran? You can stand over here and you can talk about a women's march. There's a women's march right now going over in Iran. They need you over there, so why don't you go over there? But, oops, silence. No pink cats. No pink cats in the crowd. And as they pointed out on Fox News, a lot of the women there, the women are the one taking the lead over there and saying, we have had enough. And they're standing up to the men and saying, hey, come and fight with us. We need you to fight with us. So, I think all the feminists in the United States, the ones that participate in that women's march, grab your hats, put on your pink genitalia, get yourself on a plane and go over there to Iran and stand with your sisters over in Iran. They need you. But don't see any plane tickets being bought, and I dare say there will be any bought. So there you go. They're also their spokesperson this morning for the German government is urging Iran to respond appropriately to what is going on. And so my question is, what's an appropriate response? You've already killed 20 people. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I can read and I can spot you. There you go. Taking hijabs off, waving for freedom and liberty, unlike libs here putting them on. Exactly, Debbie. They're waving the little pink hats here, which, you have you have all the rights here. You don't have to worry about your rights here. But over there in Iran, the women taking off the hijabs and waving them is a symbol that, why don't you get behind? I know, went by too fast, Marlene. How are you? Yes. Yep, it's pretty amazing. So anyway, they're asking them to just be careful. I can read and block. That's right. That's right, Cully, I can. I'm multitasking. Now, good news out of Israel. Israel is advancing a bill that would allow the death penalty for terrorism. That's a good thing. Also, this morning I was watching Amir Sarfati on Behold Israel. Hey, Barbara. And I don't know if you got to see him or not, but he was talking about, as he was broadcasting, he wanted us to hear what was going on. Hijabs out of USA flags, just ridiculous. Pink sickness. Yeah, absolutely, Debbie. Hey, Helen, good to see you. These are the ones you block, have less than 20 followers. I know, bots, for sure. Good morning. Here's the thing. When he was talking, F-16s were flying over where he was in Israel. And he's very excited about that because he knows that it's more going towards the end times when you're hearing things like that. He was saying that right now there's some news developing in Syria, so we need to be watching that. Assad has just fired his defense minister, and that's pretty big. Send Madonna and Ashley Judd to Iran. Yes. I mean, come on, Big Ralph. If they were going to protest over here and were there at the march, they could certainly go over there and protest. And go where it's really needed and where it really counts, right? Jesus, come quickly. Maranatha. Absolutely, Daniel. And so he was saying that Assad right now doesn't feel secure in his palace. So that's why he's getting rid of a lot of people. According to Amir, the rebels are 5 miles away. Yes, Miley Cyrus. She can go in like what was that, a ramming ball or whatever it was that she was on. ah, God has picked Trump to lead us to victory. Yeah, Barbara. For me, I think Trump was picked by God. A wrecking ball. Thank you. Ramming ball, wrecking ball, whatever. You never know with Miley. Yes, she can go in on the wrecking ball over there in Iran and see what happens. So, like I said, rebels are 5 miles away right now. Thanks, Lee. And according to Amir, Assad lost 450 soldiers that were taken by and arrested, besieged, whatever you want to call it, by the rebels. So he's getting pretty scary. Hey, Chicago Pops, didn't see you come in. Chicago Pops, who is vacationing in California right now. Never liked her. I know, Debbie. Take her achy, breaky heart and pecan. That's right, Alan. Just go on down. Go right over there. See what happens. We'll see you when you get back. Also, he was saying that those people that are protesting in Iran, Tom said the liberals won't support Iran because Trump supports the people. Exactly. There you go, Tom. Hey, mighty blessed one. Take her dad, too. Yeah, probably, Debbie. The twosome. Iran has said they're mostly the people that support the regime are the ones who are out protesting, which is kind of unusual. And right now, it's hard for Iran to help Syria right now because of the fact that their people are out protesting. When are Obama and Hillary going to jail? I don't know. Barbara. I don't know if they are or not. As I said yesterday, it's going to be very difficult, always very difficult to get a president because they have executive privilege on everything. So, it'd be very difficult. Not saying it's impossible, just saying it's very difficult. And a lot of people would say we shouldn't go after a president. It wouldn't be good for the country. Hey, Missing Link 81, how are you? Also, a Russian helicopter crashed today. And I think there are other bodies, Russian people who died, military who died in helicopters being sent back to Russia. So Russia also is in a bad predicament in trying to help Syria. Hey, Amber. So I don't know what's happening in Syria. Not sure, but we'll see. The real question is, where is Obama hiding out, sending out fake holiday pictures? I know, 4 years old, missing link. I know. Who knows? I mean, he's right. His daughter needed to be in Washington. Where at, Danny? Over in the Middle East. Probably, somewhere around Syria. Yeah, his daughter needed to go to school. Good morning, Cynthia. Had to be in Washington. That's why we needed that house a couple blocks away from the White House. Our daughter had to go to the private schools there. Are their daughters even there? Are they even his daughters? I mean, who knows? I have no idea, but we talked about that yesterday, about everybody being sort of quiet. Bill Clinton hasn't been heard of. Nobody's been seen. Michelle Obama's missing. Could be adopted, Daniel. I mean, again, I guess nobody really has to show you their baby pictures. You're gathering Obama. Is fake daughter, they're not his. I have no idea, Danielle. Some people have said they're not his daughters. I have no idea. I don't really care. Doesn't really mean that much to me whether they are or not. It's our Christmas gift. I know. Just be happy that they're quiet. Truly, who knows how deep the fraud goes? I think it's bottomless pit. Has Soros been picked up? He's missing too. Missing link. CNN is blocking videos in Iran with their white trucks. Yeah, it really doesn't matter, Rhonda. I don't really care. Yeah, Joan Rivers. Supposedly, I guess Joan Rivers knew the truth. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Hopefully, they are starting the new year in their sales and get mode. Don't think so, Tom. But we'll see. We'll watch that as it keeps going. As I said a minute ago, nothing wrong with adoption. Yeah, Rhonda, I don't think anybody thinks there's anything wrong with adoption. Thanks, Robert. Happy New Year. It's just the fact that people who lie about it, if they're lying about it. That's the only problem. So the Democrats have started along again. As I said, they don't have Russia to talk about, and so what they're doing now is they're back to, oh, he's demented. On the Morning Joe, yesterday, President Trump, when the guy from Kim Jong Un, whatever, from North Korea, was talking about the nuclear button. President Trump tweeted out, "Well, I have a button also, and it's bigger. It's a bigger button." So the Morning Joe, a guest on there, said, "Oh, this shows that he's demented and deranged, that type of thing." Yeah, Oprah might run for president. Who knows? Morning Joe, that's another POS fake fraud. Yes. Yep, absolutely. I know, it's so funny. Here's the thing. The left has been so long at being weak and being accepting of being weak. So that when you have a president who stands up to a dictator and says, "Oh, yeah, well, guess what? I have a button too. Mine's bigger and mine works." The left's like, "Oh my God, he's crazy." I mean, come on. Thanks for letting me know that, Rhonda. They don't understand. They want to push his 25th Amendment now that Russia blew up on them. Exactly, missing. They don't get his humor. They don't get anything about him, Lori. Everything about them is just like, "Oh my God, we're scared." I mean, he makes perfect sense to the people on the conservative side, and those on the left are just like, "Oh my gosh, he's crazy. He actually said something." So, he didn't bend over and bow down, like our last president did. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dictator. I'm sorry. You're right. You have a bigger button, and I'm." Oh. So he's actually just Chicken Little media. There you go. Absolutely, Cully. Saw a picture of Beavis and Butthead next to Morning Joe and Mika. Strong resemblance. That's funny, Tom. They just need to stop. Most Americans don't care what the MSM are saying, and they really don't. That nobody cares anymore. The mainstream media, unfortunately, has just, they've shown their true colors, and nobody cares. It's like, whatever you're doing, we don't even care. And I think a lot of people, what they're doing now mostly is, if the mainstream media says something, they go out and they look it up to make sure it's whatever. No, I never thought I would say go Bannon. He unleashes on Trump in the new book. Come on, Lisa. You're probably in the wrong scope. POTUS has a North Korea reset button. Yep, Periscope blocked you, Danielle? Danielle, that can't be. And now everyone on the left is a psych major. Exactly, Danielle. Everybody has a degree. No matter what you are, you can give a diagnosis. It's crazy. All right, here's some more news. There's nearly 100 unauthorized drones that are flying near the Pentagon and have been stopped over a 2-month period in 2017. Nobody knows why, nor have they asked why that they're there, but they just know that they're there. So, probably time to find out exactly why they're there. Nope, Harry, you shouldn't believe me. You should do your own research. I'm giving you my news, my opinion, and you shouldn't follow me and trust me just like you shouldn't follow or trust anybody else. That answer your question? Bannon calls Junior meeting in the tower. Nah, come on, Lisa. What's there? I missed it. Harry doesn't believe Harry. Yeah, we have a troll. Lisa is a troll in here, so yeah, don't come in to troll and don't come in to talk down about President Trump. That's the best way to get yourself kicked out. Just so you know. Let's see. Now, in Texas, I made a remark about Governor Moonbeam and was locked out for several minutes. Ah, Susie, that's terrible. They're reporting on Bannon book excerpts. Yeah, I know. Yes, Molly, thank you. I will. Everybody else should too. Wrong place to troll here. Exactly. Facebook is off. I know, Cully. It's trying to come back on. Good morning, Amanda. Harry, trolling is when you come in and you talk down about the president. Harry, I think you're a big boy. You can block yourself and just leave. You don't need somebody to block you. You can just leave. You're a big boy. Hey, Wayne, what about Texas? Okay, so here's Texas news. Uh, there's a record number of LGBTQ candidates emerging in Texas for 2018. 2 are running for governor, 13 running for the state and local judicial seats, 10 for state legislature, and 7 for Congress. All but 4 candidates are Democrats. So that's not really good news. You've got 4 Republicans there, and all the rest are Democrats. I don't know if anybody in Texas wants to run for any of those seats, but you might want to at this point, because we know that there's always something under a foot there in Texas trying to turn that state into a blue state. Hold on one second. So I think it's probably time that somebody steps up there in Texas and just decides to run. Is this Austin, Dallas, or San Antonio? Susie, the report came out of Houston. How many seats are they running for? I think it said, wow, let's see, 15, over 30. Over 30, Debbie. Guys for Trump might be okay. They will win in Austin. Oh, I did not need to hear that. Well, you probably did need to hear that because, again, you need to encourage people to step up and start running for office there in Texas so that it's not going to turn blue. If you want to end up like California, just saying. Yeah, it's a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Now, Houston, a sanctuary city. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Barbara. No more liberal city than Austin. Well, that's probably true. Unless you come to San Francisco. And then there may be the competition. Hey, Jewel. Josette, good to see you. Big joke, cowboys and gals step up. Exactly. I hope Romney gets in there. Yeah, Lisa, bye-bye, sweetie. So, Devin Nunes of California, the House Intel Committee co-chair, is sent a letter to the DOJ demanding compliance with the subpoenas that he sent out. He wants to talk to these people about how the FBI and the DOJ handled the Russia probe. And so, hello, hey Sky from Huntsville. So he's saying he could bring contempt proceedings if there's no compliance. And he wants to know if the FBI caused the Steele dossier to be used for the FISA warrants the warrants that were issued that allowed them to surveil the Trump campaign. I will start working on that. We must have a great place for you to come to. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. Yeah, I want to get out before they close. Oh, good. Lisa's account is under Twitter review. I just checked the account. Okay. Well, that's not surprising. I guess she wants to get kicked off. Maybe that's why she comes in and trolls. Austin is blue, and to think I wanted to move there years ago. I know, Susie. Whoever gave me the super hearts, thank you. I can't see who's giving them to me. I just see a waving hand. Is that new? I'm not sure what that is. A waving hand with stars. Lisa and the other fellow, bye-bye. Yep, they go bye-bye. You know, see, I think people don't understand. It's a periscope. It's not come in and harass me scope. You know, I mean, if you want your own scope, go for it. People can come in there and harass if you want, troll, do whatever. But this is my scope. And we don't have that in here. It's just not going to happen. And I like one guy, oh, you block people that disagree with you? No, only if you're coming in and trolling the president and being rude. I won't have stomach to go on a lib scope. I know, Debbie. I was like, why would you go into a lib scope? Why would you come into a conservative scope if you're not a conservative? Conservatives have to target young people to win future elections. I think so, Brandon. I think so. New year, new rules. Trolls gotta go. There are people with single followers. Yeah, that means they're trolls, Rhonda. Nice, polite people in here. Exactly, Lee. It's a friendly scope. Exactly, go away. We are a peaceful group and love God and country. Yes, those who scope make the rules. Amen, Cully. Absolutely. Now, let's see. Anderson Cooper said he was absolutely surprised by the pot party on New Year's Eve. And looking at his facial expressions, I think that's true. I'm 20 miles south of sucky liberal Seattle. Sorry, Debbie. Unless they come with open mind and dialogue, not vitriolic. Yeah, I know, Debbie. Conversation is great, but when you have somebody that just wants to be rude, that's not conversation. If everybody could, we're past the halfway point. If you don't mind retweeting and inviting your followers, I would really appreciate that. Now, on Alaska Airlines, news coming out of there, a California man is in trouble. He's actually been banned for life. He's lying, I don't believe anything Cooper says. Could be true, Susie, but I saw his face when it was happening. He had his hands over his eyes. He was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. So, CNN party was terrible. Debbie, it was the most ridiculous thing I think I've seen. It looked like little boys and girls doing something they knew was wrong. That's what it looked like. Missing link, all of California is in trouble. Yes, it really is. So on Alaska Airlines, what this guy said he did was that he wanted another drink, and so he tapped the flight attendant on her back. The flight attendant says he tapped her on her butt. So Alaska Airlines says, you've been banned for life. He's saying, I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to take the accusations. I'm going to stand up and fight. I did not touch her on the butt, and this should not be happening to me. If that's true, good for him, because people can't be a Cully. But can you imagine, okay, even if he did touch her on the butt, I mean, really, is that banned for life? It makes it look cool to kids, and kids can't smoke cigarettes, so they don't pander to kids with pot. Yeah. I know. I mean, children were watching that. Children were watching that New Year's Eve show, and that's what they got to see. Back versus butt always goes down like that. I know, Missing Link. I mean, but come on, you get banned for life for doing that? I mean, if he touched her on the butt, yes, it was wrong. Get him for assault, whatever you want to do. File a complaint against him. Ban him for a little while, but ban for life for doing that? I think if you filed a lawsuit against him or had him arrested or, whatever you wanted to do, that's going to teach him a lesson. It's so tight quarters, he may have reached for her back and she moved. Exactly, Barbara. Patriots, please follow Rhonda, she said. I don't think he did either, Danielle. And again, it's all this, everything is so hyped up right now. Libs at CNN are targeting millennials with weed and entertainment news. Yeah, they are. Because that's the most watched network by people who are high on pot, according to Hannity. People are getting outrageous with innocent touch. People's butts are level on plates. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, New York Patriot. Yeah, I think it is getting really ridiculous. As I said before, and as we've talked about, those people who are truly victims, this is a slap in their face. The Me Too movement was for true victims, not people who just want to pretend that they're victims. I guess it's a real butt since she felt it. Could be. You don't trust Joy Villa. Well, a lot of people don't, Danielle. Disney is targeting millennial generation. Well, I mean, that's probably better to do that. Especially at Disneyland, but, and they're the ones with the kids, but they're not targeting for that reason. Flight attendants are all gay men over 60 now who is touching. Big Ralph. That's so not true. Oh, my guy touched mine at a restaurant New Year's Eve. He moved his elbow as was sitting down in my chair. Oh, Barbara, did you get him banned from that restaurant for life? I know, she should have just slapped him or told him off, Arch said. Some good news. There was a ISIS militant who presided over the killings of dozens of gay men and others who ran the so-called caliphate. He was captured in the Iraqi city of Mosul last week, so that's really good news. He was a sick individual who did videos of ISIS executions in which homosexuals were thrown off buildings and others were beheaded and stoned to death. So thank goodness they have him, and now he can be tried for all of his crimes. More like atrocities than crimes, but both. Now, what does anybody think about the Me Too movement in Hollywood was a joke? They knew the entire time. Yeah. All right, Barbara, thank you. Take care. God bless you. What do you think about Michelle Bachmann uh, running for Al Franken's vacant seat in Minnesota? Do you think it's a good idea that she comes back in? What's everybody's opinion on that? What happened to Villa since the waiter said he did not like it after Villa whacked him in the butt? I haven't heard anything else, Molly, about that. Wait, who I was talking? Michelle Bachmann. Remember her? Minnesota Congresswoman. She's thinking about running for Al Franken's empty seat. What does anybody think about that? I enjoyed your show, Pastor Bill. You guys are getting better and better. Glory to God. Thank you, Gisette. She would be better than Al Frankenstein. Absolutely. On Sunday, the Hollywood actresses are starting a new feminist movement. Great. So that you think it would be good? I think it would be a good move too, Chicago Pops. She went on, I think she was on Twitter yesterday, and she was saying that, no, she was on, I guess, Jim Baker's show. That's what she was on. And she was talking about, I want to go and find out if, what God wants me to do. And of course, the minute that she said the word God, which you're not supposed to say, right? People were making fun of her all over the place. I don't know her, but anyone would be better than that fool. Yes, Arch. Well, she used to be a congressman. She was pretty good. The only thing that I'd have to say is that she was kind of fooled about the Muslim Brotherhood at one point. I think she's learned now, but she was kind of fooled about who they were. But other than that, I like the woman. She's a Christian. I think that she has integrity. I think that she would be good in that leadership. She sounds, yeah, Amanda, I think she's a great person. I hope she decides to do it. Michelle Bachmann. Fox News said she was under investigation for something. Yeah, of course. She has a good starting base. Yeah, who's going to run in Utah so that Romney doesn't get in? Michelle Bachmann has good intentions but needs to toughen up. I agree, Brandon. I agree. Can easily be fooled one time by the fake media. I think Michelle needs to get more of a spine. I really do. I know people love Mia Love. I'm not a Mia Love fan. I was in the very beginning. I thought she'd be great, but the moment she got in there, she kind of started acting like a rhino, and she joined the Black Caucus supposedly to. She wanted to join the Black Caucus to change them. I haven't seen her change them. Yeah, I mean, I think she's a good person. I have no complaints, but I don't want her being a rhino. Romney is out of his mind. Well, yeah. Chris Stewart is great. Okay, Romney, that's scary for him to run. Romney hasn't said that he's going to run. But he probably is because somebody had noticed that he had changed on his, I think it's his Twitter account, changed his location from Massachusetts now back to Utah. So he could be setting it up to run. Yeah, he changed his Twitter. There you go, Marlene. Yes. He lives by us in Utah. Okay, Debbie. Well, that would be great, getting somebody good in there who's a conservative, who is not going to go in and become a rhino. Yeah, and I don't know when it's going to be that Michelle makes that decision, but hopefully soon. Yep, he built a house there a few years ago, but never there, of course. I don't trust Romney. Romney is a rhino. Mitt Romney is fake. I think Mitt Romney in his personal life has done some good things, but I don't want him in politics anymore. Robin said she's not a fan of Mia Love either. Yeah. I think Mia was a disappointment. And Mia, if you look at her, she's kind of just like disappeared into the background. Typical me either, never Romney. Exactly. We could be the never Romney people. He's Mormon, so Utah is home, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he does have a home, a residence in Utah, but I don't think he really lives there. I think he probably lives more in Massachusetts than anywhere. Let's see some other news. I wanted to tell you about Devin Nunes. He started one payer system in Massachusetts. Yeah, and that's what they designed Obamacare after. Mia's still junior congresswoman. I'm giving her time. Yeah, Debbie, I don't like the fact that she said, though, I'm going to go in and I'm going to join the Black Caucus and I'm going to change them. I know she's a junior, but look at, Ted Cruz is junior and Louis Gohmert's junior, and they're doing more stuff than she is. She needs to get out and start making a name for herself. Why are people saying that Bannon threw Trump under the bus? I guess in his book, which, I'm not going to buy, so I don't really care. Mia Love. She's out of Utah. Just look her up, Susie. Trey Gowdy 2024. Trey, I don't think Trey's going to want it. I think Trey is good in the position that he's in. I think Trey is also good as, he'd be great as a DOJ. I don't see Trey as a president. I love Trey too. But I think he has a certain role. Trey for AG, he'd be perfect. But he doesn't want it, Brandon. Unfortunately. Ha, are you work? Ha, single 12? Are you 12 and single or just... Trey is all bark and no bite. Well, Tom, I've kind of said that before. But I think you had no bite because he was under Obama. I've had personal conversations with her. She is my congresswoman. Obama and Michelle snubbed her, of course. Because she's a successful black woman and a Republican. Of course they would snub her. AG is not a lifetime job like Congress is. Yeah, I just don't know, what Trey's going to do. I mean, Trey could retire too. You never know. He liked what he does and he's great at it about Trey. Yes. Bumler is, Trey is a pit bull. He is a pit bull. Might be a good VP. Yeah, I think he would be. Trey is good at what he does and not perfect. Nobody is, Alexis. So yeah, you're right. And he didn't have a lot of bite because remember it was under Obama. You could go in there all day, but Obama was not going to do anything about it. Obama's not going to go out and do something about Benghazi. He was in Benghazi. Let's pray for Trey. Let's pray for everybody who is in the Trump administration, everybody there, everybody who's in Congress to do the right thing and the godly thing. Everything is now MAGA versus Marxism. Yeah. First GOP black woman in Congress and almost lost to a Dim, so I support her. Yeah, I don't not support her, Debbie. I just don't know where she's going. She's starting to look a little bit too much like a rhino. And again, if she would come out and do some more things, then I think that she could change my opinion. We're talking about Mia Love, Rondo. But because she's so quiet and really doesn't do a lot that you can see, it makes people wonder. Yes, and God to send in political men and women he wants in office. Yeah. I know, Debbie. Maybe you could tell her, be more, get out in the public eye more, Mia. Can we please stop these foreign wars? They are going to suck us dry. Well, which ones are you talking about, Arch? Hopefully we're not going to get involved too much, with Iran and going. I don't think we are, but who knows? I know that the vice president and the president have said that they're going to take care of them. Are you doing God's Views today? Ellen, I did God's Views yesterday. If you go to my website at susanknowles.com, scroll down, you can get the video right there. I'm also going to try to put it on Periscope tonight. Yeah, giving money away. What we ought to do, we should, stop with the money to the UN, stop giving the Palestinians money, and we'll have more money. Yeah, Mia Love has been silenced by Hatch and McConnell. That's probably pretty true. Yes, pray for Iran. I mean, pray for those people that they will take back their country. Remember that Iran and Israel used to be friends. And the women there in Iran used to not have to wear the hijabs. They weren't under that type of control that they're under now. So it can happen. But we do have to pray for them. Why does America feel that they're the police of the world? Generally because they have been the entire history. Yeah, it won't happen. You don't think so, Bandar? POTUS will stop giving money, which would be nice. Here's a bit of information that you may not have known. 30,000 federal employees earn more than most governors. Tens of thousands of federal employees earn more money than any U.S. governor. That's crazy. Brandon says he prays that Pocahontas runs in 2020. Please, Lord, make it happen. Well, Brandon, I don't know, if I want her to run or not. I hear what you're saying. She has raised $13 million already. She's claiming it's for her reelection in 2018, but people are saying that they think that she's gathering money for a presidential run. And I know that you don't like her. Yeah, tax dollars to feds. Okay. You don't like her, and I don't like her. But listen, the people who support her, they're almost like the Hillary supporters, but worse. Warren probably, I don't know, she probably will win. She is a fake. We need to stop paying all these countries to hate us. Let them hate us for free again. There you go. Exactly, Debbie. See, that Pocahontas is very charismatic, according to the one guy in here who's probably one of the people I'm speaking of that is a supporter. So anyway, in a report called Mapping the Swamp that was released by the government watchdog group Open the Books, federal employees make $200,000. Those who make $200,000 or more a year increased by 165%. I know, he's a troll. From 2010 to 2016. So those making $200,000 or more increased by 165%. Federal employees making $150,000 or more grew by 60%. Those making more than $100,000 increased by 37%. Now that's just crazy, especially when you're making more as a federal employee than most governors in the United States. That's nuts. I know. Barbara, they asked the ancestor of Pocahontas, did she mind it when the president called Warren Pocahontas? And she said, not at all. That there was no insult. She didn't take it as an insult to Pocahontas. So there you go. An ancestor said it was fine. And so did the code talkers, Navajo code talkers. They said, go right ahead. Doesn't bother me. Take the money from Pakistan, build the wall, fund the military. We can do a lot with $258 million. Yes, Don, we can. She's such a foolish woman. I know, whenever she speaks. Yes, a descendant. Ancestor, descendant. Same meaning, Brad. So there you go. If they don't mind. How is McCain's health? Have no idea. Trust me, governors make a lot more money. Well, maybe they get it in other ways, but they're not making more according to the charts. This is one reason Rome fell. Trump would get under Warren's skin, of course. Yes, great idea to build a wall. Yes, build that wall now. Well, my ancestor kidnapped her once, and so I take offense. She does not look Native American at all. What we do need is a wall. I'm worried about the whole DACA issue. I'm worried where this is going. I want the wall. I don't want legal citizenship for the people that are here under DACA. I don't want amnesty. If they want to apply for citizenship and get aligned with everybody else, they can do that because obviously they're not sending them back. Prototypes of the wall look great. But she has high cheekbones. There you go, Chezzy. Name one governor that's not a millionaire. Bandar, why don't you do that? She's not Indian at all, Danielle said. That's right. Maybe she's self-identified as Native American. I'm sure she did, Alan. Right, they need to get in line. Good point. I think that Warren, Gillibrand, and maybe Harris from California will run in 2020. And don't forget Kamala Harris. And by the way, Kamala Harris, how come you're not over in Iran with your sisters in their protests? Because you're the one who always in California talking about what we need to do. Hey, Beck. Takes a long time and money to become a citizen. Yeah, as it should. Oh my God, self-identified liberal statement. Please let's stop and speak the truth. They were just kind of kidding. She identified it as Native American to get a job at Harvard. Yep. Yes, she did. And she said that her grandmother said that she was Native American. And she talked about whenever she's a lot like Hillary. When she gets with a crowd of people, she starts changing her dialect. Like you'll hear her talk, and I have that on my. Yeah, I know she does, doesn't she, Susie? Kamala reminds her of Gloria Allred, but she changes the dialect. Like she'll be talking as a congresswoman, and all of a sudden she'll be saying, "Well, my daddy said," and she goes into this change of dialect, almost like a Southern dialect that Hillary does. But the council looked at her line and found evidence of a bloodline. Did they? I know, no more Hillary. Hello, eating while so quiet. Good time to do that. Beck, no evidence. I haven't seen any evidence. I haven't seen anything that says that she is. Yeah, she dodges bullets coming off of the plane. Fantasy. Yeah. No, they didn't find any bloodline. They haven't found it. And she's not, they can't find a bloodline because she won't submit to a DNA test. That's right, Susie. Polar ice caps are melting. Oh, that's good, Bandar. Why don't you go get a bucket out there and catch all the water? My dad was half German, half Indian, Debbie said. That's a dim playbook to change their accent and talk slowly because their voters get connected to them. I know, Cajun Lady, that's what they're hoping. I know, Okie Fish, they aren't melting. That was it. He's another climate change guy. Politics are as the world turns. Yes. But I think it's they are freezing in my area. I know, Ben. Yeah, how's the global warming doing for you people on the East Coast? That's liberal tears melting. There you go. Snowflakes are melting. Thank you, Susie. I try to keep it, pandering and racist, changing speech. Yes. Yeah, it's really bad. Obama was the same way. When he got with a group of black constituents, he felt that he had to go into that black preacher dialect of his. And it's like, no, you just need to talk to them as human beings as you would anyone else. You don't need to kind of talk down to people and pander to them in that way. For people, control all climate literature that's released. Cold in Florida, 38 tomorrow night. South Florida, it's cool and rainy. Al Gore, 2. Money, Biden in chains. Too darn cold. Well, I won't tell you then that it's going to be in the 80s here today. So, just saying. The Dems are bad actors. I know, they don't know they are, though. I bathe in their salty liberal tears, Susie said. Global warming is a hoax, so stupid, Robin said. Absolutely, Robin. Been proven over and over again it's a hoax, but we still keep going with it because, as I said yesterday, they're now saying, well, global warming is so bad that the whole United States and the whole world is going to be a desert. Sorry, mixed comment. I can't type fast enough. That's okay, Debbie. That used to happen to me on the phone. I can't do it. Josette said, our local media paints a rosy picture of Iran. I tell our media has hit rock bottom. Good thing I do my own research. The Iran regime is evil. That's right, Josette. Yep. Paris Climate Agreement won't change a thing but make people rich. And it will continue to control people because that's exactly what they want to do. They want to tell you what you can and can't do, what you can. After a while, you're not going to be able to have fires in your fireplaces, not going to be able to grow your own food, all those type of things. Because everything you do, it has an effect on somebody else, and so they're not going to allow you to do it. The whole world will turn into California. Islam is the devil, Shizol says. Shizola. I am such a rebel. I know, Beck, you really are. That's one thing I like about you. You're a real rebel. So, as we always say, keep praying for everybody. Keep praying for, the administration. Keep praying for America. That we continue to do the right thing, continue to seek God, Callie already know wood fireplaces. I know. We have some fireplaces, but depends on where you're at. Dr. Spencer. Why would I follow Dr. Spencer? Is he a anti-climate change guy? Catch water, catch fish, raise animals to eat. I know is what you need to do. Please no more California mindset. Right, pray for America. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Thank you very much for your support. If you would please, thank you, Lee, go ahead and retweet this. If you want to see God's views on political news and you don't want to wait until later on I put on Periscope, just go to SusanKnowles.com. Thank you, Debbie. And just scroll down and you will see it. If you would, please share it with everybody. Stay warm, everybody out there. I know the California weather is the thing to miss. Really is. I'll be back tomorrow. God bless you all. We'll see you. Take care. Let me see if I can do this once and get off. There we go. Thank you, guys. All right, everybody on YouTube. Thanks so much. God bless you. See you again tomorrow. Take care.